This is Richard Coretto from Accounting Web, and it's the last day of the Sleater Conference, and I'm doing a series of vendor interviews. With me today is
Kevin Bong, co-founder of Auditfile.com.
Tell me a little bit about what Auditfile.com does.
Yeah, so Auditfile is the first cloud-based audit review and compilation software. So an alternative to a few products like Caseware, Thomson Reuters, and CCH.
You know, I've talked to so many vendors here, do a lot of tax and bookkeeping. I think you're the first one I've spoken to who really specializes in audit.
Yeah.
So they probably have particular needs and issues that you have to address. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Managing an audit is a complex task, so we have some great workflow tools to help ensure that things are signed off and reviewed properly.
So do you sell your product, is it to the auditors, the accounting firms themselves, and then they use it for their audit clients?
Correct, yeah. So we sell our software to CPA firms, right, and then they would use that software to perform their audits.
What are some of their concerns and issues? I mean, you probably had to speak to them and find out what they needed. What are some of the problems that you had to solve, the issues you had to address to make this workable in an audit environment?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of corner cases when we were developing the kind of first beta version of the software, things that we didn't expect to run into. So the program had to be customizable to handle any sort of audit programs and steps that firms want to load in.
Now, do you work with firms of all different sizes?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have firms from sole proprietors all the way up to 30 or 40 person size firms now.
Great. Do you have any particular advice for auditors? I mean, they have to, moving into the sort of a new paperless age of things they ought to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, absolutely. I've met with a lot of CPA firms who are still doing things with pen and paper. So there's a lot of new and exciting pieces of technology out there now. So, transitioning a lot of that workflow into the cloud, I think, is a great thing.
Yeah, because I used to write about auditing standards for the Journal of Accountancy, and I know the paper trail that auditors have to watch out for and account for to be in compliance is so intense. So I imagine your program has to make sure it's very organized and a place for everything and everything in its place.
Absolutely, yeah. So one of the nicest features about Auditfile is very quickly an audit manager or partner can open up a audit, see the progress, make sure that all the key files are in there. You can't accidentally delete the representation letter. You can quickly see what's in there and it's ready to go. Yeah.
Great, and I imagine this would help over time because the auditors always look and see what they did last year, and I imagine this makes all the work papers and everything when they come back the following year to see what everything looks like in terms of for the future audit.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a great roll forward function, so year to year. Really helps to make sure that you're performing your audits consistently.
Great. Any final word of advice for accountants here on what they should look out for in the future?
Yeah, check us out at auditfile.com. You can sign up for a 14-day free trial. So, yeah.
Terrific. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks a lot.